Hey everyone. So we are here with Mike Lee, and he's going to be showing us a few things, a couple techniques. And Mike Lee, take it away. This is
All
your
right. Okay.
show, and
Live.
I know what you're going to be talking about. So you tell the audience now.
All right. So, real briefly, we're just going to start going over things. I'm going to try and do more of these live streams for what I teach, which is non classical Kung Fu, Wing Chun Do, as it was given to me by Herb April and Jim DeMille, and Ed Hart's stuff, as I got received from Ed from that time. So, if there are any questions, just if while Jovi's on, she can relay them to me. I'm going to turn the camera around because the guys are already warming up, so you can see the guys warming up. And then, Jovi, if you can just, if there's any questions that pop up while we're doing this, you can, if you could go ahead and I'll jump in and out of the camera with the guys and stuff. But we're just going to go and I'll go over different things. I want to introduce you. What I'm going to do basically is introduce you to principles of these systems, because if you understand principles, this is one of the
Okay.
core things that all three of these guys stress. If you understand the principles, techniques don't matter. Techniques become endless once you understand principles. All right? All right, so I'm going to turn the camera around. I'm a novice at all this
Thank you,
stuff.
sir.
I'm not one of you people with the techie stuff, but here we go. All right, so hope you guys are seeing this okay. If I ever figure out how to put this camera in here. All right, all right. Are you seeing them okay
I
or
see him.
not?
Okay.
All right,
Yeah, I can see him.
all right, all right. Make sure this just keeps tilting down. There we go. Yeah, not doing everything I want to do. Sorry. I'll get better the more I do this. All right. Or what?
So these are the techniques that you're showing, and these are some
All right.
movements that they're doing right now, right?
They're doing the.
So everything Mania says thanks, Mike. Mike, so we can't hear you on our end, or I can't hear you. How are you guys doing today? How are you guys doing today? How are you guys doing today? How are you guys doing No, I can't hear you, Mike. Can you guys hear me? I can't hear you. Oh, man. So, Michael, on your volume, I think you can't hear me. Settings. So Frankie's saying that they can hear me, but not you, Mike.
There you go. I can hear you, so I know you.
I can hear you now.
Okay, so
There
we're
you
back.
go.
We had some technical difficulties. So let me reconnect this.
Okay, perfect. So I have Frankie Satin.
Okay.
I'm not sure if I'm pronouncing his last name correctly. He
All right.
said, "Hey, Mike, I'm a big fan of Jesse, Ed, and James DeMille,
Okay.
the foundation guys. I've
Okay.
been absorbing everything I can on NCFGF. Thanks for
Okay.
these videos."
Okay. Well, you're welcome. I'm still learning this other stuff. Trying to get this phone set up. Hope you can. Ben, you have a minute? Can you help me with this? Or here's this stuff so you guys can see.
Oh yeah, you just need to flip it. So didn't you have it the other way before?
Yeah. I put all my tabs up there. I don't want to do that. They're not supposed to see all that stuff.
It should be at the very bottom of it.
There we go.
All right. So
Yeah.
well, it's facing
Joby, can you hear me?
you. Let's see if we could. Can we flip the
Yeah, I
camera?
can hear you.
You could just switch the camera, but you can't flip. So we could do like this for now,
All right.
and then we'll see what we see. So you can see that I'm working right now.
Right. Okay. You hear us, Joby?
Yeah. I can hear
You
you.
hear me? Okay, good. That's all I want to know.
Yeah, I can
I'm
hear
not
you.
touching it. Hopefully you can see us. You see the guys?
Yes, I can see you. Yes.
All right. Okay, so I'm gonna get out here too, and do me a favor, Joby. Well, since this is the initial thing for me, we'll anytime you got questions, jump in with it, and then I'll get over there and answer. So again, the guys are doing the overarm, underarm exercise. This is the overhand position. We're going up, doesn't matter how wide down. Now, the person in the overhand position controls the intensity of the exercise by varying the elbow position. This exercise, turn this way so you can see it also, was developed by Jesse Glover and teaching these guys, you know, how to develop, like I said, their upper back, shoulder muscles for sticking, punching. Now, the underhand position here, palms up, this way. We're rotating up and in. Now, we'll get into other things later on. I'm kind of hogging the camera. I'm not a camera hog. I just want to show you see what the guys are doing, because you see a profile shot of the guys. But, you know, I can get in front of the camera. So the overhand position, like I said, you control the intensity of it by moving your elbows closer together. You start here. Let me see. Daryl and I just from the side. Just so we show the overhand, underhand position. All right, so we're here, right foot forward, and non-classical, and all the other stuff, the ed stuff, the gym stuff. Right foot forward, okay, if you're right handed, left foot forward if you're left handed, okay, power side forward, bottom line, okay. So he turns up, rolls up, and he pushes in. I meet his energy. I don't relax his energy so he falls in. I meet his energy and spring forward, okay? Turn this way a little bit more. So all right, he pushes forward, I meet his energy. Now, I don't let him push me, I meet forward energy. I control, like that, we just keep going. We just keep, but there's nothing there, you see I can come in. But I can control the severity of it by just bringing my elbows closer together. I control the intensity of it. Sorry. It's not where I'm trying to make him burn his shoulders out. I'm not trying to burn his shoulders out. We're just trying to show you what we do with this, that's all. But again, this is for the upper back and shoulders, for sticking and punching. You do this about 50 times each position, switch. Work up to a few hundred, back and forth. Okay. So I work with Ben doing the same thing. That's nice. We work with that. We have fun. That's perfect. You go. When you come down, I'm gonna repeat talking to Ben and showing you. When you come back down to the concept position, come down to the palm up position. And then you go all the way up, thumbs down, right. Now, what Ben is doing is also what we call in Wing Chun Do blending of perimeters. There are 9 critical perimeters in Wing Chun Do. And since there's a height difference between Ben and myself, there's a need to blend perimeters. Because if he didn't angle up, all right, if he didn't angle up, if he kept his bonks out here, it doesn't stop me, I'm in. But the fact that he angles up, everything still applies. If I'm dealing with Ben, if he's up here, there's no need for him to block me, he's in. Boom, boom, right? So I have to maintain it. So we're blending the height difference and the width difference. If he were to do his tonsile in here, there's nothing to stop me, I'm in. But he does it to the outer edge of my upper perimeter, everything still applies. That's 2 examples of blending perimeter, height, and width. And I work out this morning. I know that now. Work the muscles that you're not going to work today. These a lot. Yeah, see, that's all my work today. These. Yeah.
Where's your pass?
In my car. You know what? As a matter of fact, you read my mind. The Jedi stuff again. I'm gonna let you. I'll pop the truck. Okay. All right. We're gonna switch for a second. Here's okay. Ben and Jim, because you'll see a greater height difference. You okay? You okay? I'll go out to the car and grab that. So.
You want me to get him?
Yeah, if you don't mind, you walk a little faster than I do. I popped the trunk already. No, I take it back. I brought him in. You did. Yeah. Okay.
All right,
So
so
we'll close the truck. Joby? You still
Yes,
there?
sir. I'm here.
I'm gonna step away. Are there any questions right now?
I don't
Anytime
have
you
any
guys-
questions online right now.
All right, anytime there's any questions, feel free to ask, because the question you may have may trigger someone else's thoughts. Along that line
That's
or a
very
different line.
true.
Excuse me 1 second.
Okay.
so this is one of the instructions. It's gonna take a little while in the bottom.
Yeah. So I don't want to go all the way down there.
I'm back.
Do me a
Okay,
favor.
good.
Okay,
Give me 10.
Okay.
As an illustration.
okay. Oh, we'll do that. We'll do that. Sorry.
Open palm.
Okay. All right, guys, we're gonna switch. So I'm gonna, we just, you see us, let's move this way so Joby can see us. Right here. We're good. Okay, so. Now, we're punching the center of the chest. There's actually two ways to punch. Outer gate and inner gate. You can say. So if we're in, let's head to where Joe is. Let's step out. Yeah, for there. Okay, so, no, I'm just Jim in here. So if we're in a sticky position. Sticky is like a chessboard, right? The pieces are equal, right? He has his bonus out, or we're in the strike position. We don't have to strike it. I'm in Fuchs out, he's in Cons out, he's in Fuchs out, I'm in Cons out. All right? The chessboard is equal.
One hand inside, one
No.
outside.
Right. So this is a fair fight. I always tell people we don't want the fair fight. Okay, so these two hand positions, like I said, there's two ways to punch, outer gate and inner gate. And the outer gate punches from the outside in, so it intersects the center line and crossing this way. And the inner gate punches here. He's already inside, he's controlling the center line, straight down the center. So that's another way of looking at these two hand positions. One is outside, one is inside. I don't want the fair fight. I want to be on the outside of the guy, right? Where I can turn his weapons away from me and I can attack him. And Jim doesn't want that either. That's why he stopped it. He wants to be able to take and turn my weapons, and turn me so that he can attack me, and my weapons are turned away from him. He now has control of the board. So, anyway, that was quick things on punching, and also inner gate or inside punching and outer gate punching. All right, let's get one more minute. I want you guys to do 25, 50. Okay. We got 1 minute. So we're going to practice a drill that you hold.
What's the name of the drill?
We're going to do 25, 25, and 50.
525 what?
We're going to do 25 big punches, single punches. We're going to go, oh, here, actually. So we're here. And Okay, so 25 with the right, 25 with the left, 50 straight punches. Huh? I did. So, but you're supposed to do it a little bit more. I'm glad you kept keeping me honest, right? All right. All right, man. So, you keep your hand out punching, down by your side. The other hand, down by, there you go. So just take your knee foot up and slam it down. Okay. Oh, we go straight down? Okay, oh, I'm sorry. Oh, I would like to say because, right, if you keep it up, then being purpose of this drill is to learn how to deliver a strike a split second before your foot hits the ground. So all your weight is transferred into the punch. Good. And then straight punching is self-explanatory. Ed Hart said that the core stuff and what we do, the three things in the core, they are straight punching, sticking, and closing. Everything else was miscellaneous and go from there. All right, so we guys do that a couple times. Did it a couple times?
I got it.
Okay. We did. Let's do the big punch. Pick your weight up, drop your weight down. So, I don't do a lot of hopping except for a 68-year-old guy.
So you gotta slide down.
Yeah. So, and then what I have to do is pick your weight up, drop your weight down. So we do that before off the lead and position, right? We're here, picking my weight up, dropping my weight down. Punch lands in a split second before my foot hits the ground. That's one way to get the power. Another way is here, pick your weight up, drop your weight down. Pick your weight up, and before your foot hits the ground, the punch lands. Now, this goes into another one. Kill range. Jim DeMile defines kill range as your opponent's length plus 3 inches. So right here, I'm inside Jim's kill range because he can hit me with a kick. Here, I'm outside his kill range because he can't reach me. Even if he spins his toes, right, he still can't reach me. I'm outside the kill range. So this is something you need to do visually done. Not about
I'm a little upset.
Anything that Bruce taught during that period, the late in Seattle, it was only here for street fighting. Not to say the other stuff wasn't, but this is where the focus of my training is. So, but they're now,
Hey, brother. Hello, you.
real quick, the only thing I can back. Now we're outside the kill range. Pick your weight up, drop your weight down. You want to leap in and land his lead foot when he lands. Go step forward, the rip foot back, step forward, leaping in. People make confuses with Superman punch. There's a big difference, and I'll tell you about the big difference later. But, well, right, yeah, still then, yeah. So, he needs to step through. So, it's a step through. And in Chuck Norris's book of closing, that's what he calls a step through. Close. No, this one you can hold your hand up and have ready. The other hand you have down. You can pick your way up. Right. Straight. So try to good. Actually, you know what you can do? You don't weird. Okay, so people do this and they'll throw the elbow out, punch from the shoulder, just drive it straight out with the palm. Just drive it straight out. Step in. Do you say anything? Right. Let your rear foot follow up when you leap in, okay? Right. Right. Your right hand no fast. Good. Fast. Landed.
I need to correct it. That's my big problem.
This is first. Now, when is this other come into play? When you down here, solar plexus is a little lower and you fall into it.
Dynamics.
Right, body mechanics, and that's just body. You use the ground and your body falling here. Now you use the ground, everybody falling here. Okay, so that's it, that's the power down. Alright, so anytime you're punching, so if I'm punching, you can do it this way, but there's a chance when you get this way. You can hook it this way, that way. But you got, most guys don't know how.
Yeah.
It's a hook, but it's a hook you should have, the real hook like this at the beginning, see, it's like, it's like,
So it's a tight short.
oh, yeah.
But there's another use for that.
Right, exactly.
The one that you, yeah, like.
So just throw your hand fast, step back a little more bit. Start with your,
If I can, what I'm.
this foot, left foot on that line. Go back there. No, you this one. Yeah. So you close it with straight in. Right.
But it's useful.
Relax. Good.
Think about fast.
Three hands. So this foot starts and then it shakes up. Speeds up.
Okay, so I'm gonna hold it like this. I want you.
Boom. Yeah. As soon as that hand catches up with it, it shoots past you, right?
But it's the same way we do.
And let your rear foot follow along with you.
Oh.
Good.
That's good. Oh.
Trying to get that second motion.
Good. So just when you leap in, boom, let that foot come in. Right. Throw your hand straight out. Just push it out from your shoulder. Right. As fast as you can. Go with you. Good.
Somewhere I'm always.
Throw your hand a little back. Good. This big punch, Jesse developed that from watching. You gotta keep going. If Toby's still on. Developed that from watching Floyd Patterson become heavyweight champion. Floyd had this punch he called the gazelle punch, where he leap in and hit someone with a straight shot or a hook. But if you look at a lot of boxers, there are a lot of boxers that did that. Patterson has been a good study of it and developed a technique specifically to do that. So when you're doing whatever your body weight is, you're transferring that into the punch. You know, so if whatever you weigh, if you weigh 40 pounds, if you weigh 80 pounds, if you weigh 240 pounds, your body weight's in the air, it lands a split second before your foot hits the ground, so all of your weight is transferred into the punch. As opposed to when you're doing the Superman punch, where you're here and you're punching with your power side and your power leg is back. So you're kicking. So you got weight transferring forward and back at the same time. It's not boom, everything falling in at the same time. Because even if you land and you kick it back this way, unfortunately, it's not easy to do that.
I found when I'm landing the other foot and stepping this way, landing up curving to correct. Should I do that or no?
You're gonna find different ways. Let me tell you for a second. When I'm teaching this, right? You're gonna evolve. Everything's gonna evolve with this, because I used to throw this punch cold, and I'd end up like this. You know, it depends. And like Daryl said last week, there are times when we throw this punch, and we used to do that. Jesse used to have us do that, right? But you know, he changed that later on. Instead of having us go and fall boom this way, he wanted us to pick the weight up, drop the weight down, and be ready to go back the other way. All right. So these things evolve. So I'm sorry. There you go. I like the sound of that one. Yes, okay.
Thanks a lot. That was good.
You guys have any other questions? Yeah, it's in. You know what?
This one is this one here.
That's it.
Okay. Yeah, I'm fighting.
Huh?
Fighting my glove.
Okay.
For this.
Stop it on it.
What do you do?
What, punch?
Yeah, you having fun. I didn't want to stop you having fun, though. He do it with his left. I do my right.
He doing.
Yeah, I do. I start down with the left. I'm gonna hit him hard.
I'm giving him a break.
Okay.
So I'm going to come back, right?
Yeah. So here.
Let it fly. Oh, let it fly. Yeah. There you
So you get ready to start. I do.
Yeah, I know.
Okay.
Stop it here.
Try and fight her.
go. All the way through.
Right? So it's a torque. It's like throwing a frisbee. The back is like throwing a frisbee. Now we can hold this. Speed up.
Oh,
Right. So you can hear. Right. Or bang.
no, so that's fighting two people. So you hit somebody over here,
Right.
and then you come at this guy.
Right.
Or,
He.
yeah.
I hit him and fall in.
Okay. I mean, you could do it the same person.
Right.
I mean, we talking bam.
Right.
And if you still standing, then follow through.
Right. So here, you're right on up, right? And I come in, bang.
Yeah. Okay.
Right? Back this came, I box out, stopped it, back this came in, fall in, boom, boom, boom.
You want to come back.
Good. So just throw the hand a little faster. You okay? Yeah, you throw the hand a little faster. You're closing the distance. Now, what I want to point out while we're doing this thing live still, is that from where Ben is to where Jim is outside of what I defined earlier as kill range. So after a while, if you'll be able to close, because you can't say, okay, let me cut to this right here. On the street, all ticket sales are stopped now. Because I can tell Jim, he can tell me this is that fair fight we don't want, right? We don't want the fair fight. Jim wants me to be here so he can touch me. I don't want to be here so he can touch me. I want to be here so I can touch him and control the balance of sunlight and everything, right? Same thing on the other side. But out here, all the wolf tickets are sold, right? To the fight. But I just showed you Ben to close that distance. Jim, anybody else, they don't know that, right? So they're still selling the wolf tickets. Jim leaves it, bang, it's over, right? But out here, again, we can still sell tickets to the fight. This is an upcoming event, right? In here, all ticket sales are stopped. Gauge your clothes. We're going at it, okay? So I just wanted to point that out as far as kill range. You're closing way outside the kill range now. Okay, so, Joey, you still there?
Yes, sir. I'm still here.
Okay.
Can you hear me?
Everybody's either their mouth is open, they can't believe it, or they don't believe it, or I can't believe that crap works, but it does, but that's okay. But any questions about anything we've talked about so far?
I don't see any questions on our end right now.
Any comments on the stuff? Because I can probably get some questions out of the comments. Any comments on why we do things a certain way, why this and that, or what I was taught and told as to why we do things a certain way? Jim told him, you want to switch, so you take a break and you get a breather. Jim gets to throw a few. So I saw you throw a few. So you don't know, again, we don't quite make it, right? Put up the head height, so yeah, so he has something to shoot for. Right. You see the distance where Jim's closing to where Ben is, right? And all he's doing is leaping from that point to this point. You see how he folds again? I do forward. Again, right? Because he's throwing all the weight into that. Okay. Right, exactly. Everybody's gonna do it differently, but you get a chance, and you see the distance that Jim's closing, right? I can't even touch these guys right now. I'm 5'11", so he's closing from over 6 feet.
I see what you're doing, right?
So as soon as he gets there, you set, he flies. And throws everything. You see him talking about leaving it, as opposed to leaving it there drag.
You're waiting like one more count than I was before you just throw.
Yeah.
Close enough to stuff through.
Yeah.
But as soon as he gets where this one close, fires out fast and hard, right? It's big. Right. Split second before his foot hits the ground, that punch is landing. And all those weight is in that punch. Okay? Good. All right. So we practice this with the palm, straight palm. You can practice it. You can practice it with the palm, like I said. You can practice it with a punch. You can practice. Some guys from Seattle school, Jesse school, they practice with a horizontal punch. But most of the guys still vertical punch. Again, different hand positions, because you don't know where your hand's going to be. They can be here. That's why I say, throw with your hand up, practice throwing it from the shoulder. It's like you throw a baseball. Here, boom.
So, Mike.
Yes.
Mike, there's a question.
Okay.
Was the big punch the first thing Jesse would teach new students?
No. I mean, it's a core thing in non-classical, which is what Jesse called his system. Ed called his stuff, and Jim's system was Wing Chun Go. But they all had a version of this punch. That was a core thing that Jesse taught. It's one of the things that can end a fight. It can end a situation. It can give you an upper hand in a situation, especially if you can close on a person from the distance that I'm to Ben, or Ben can close on that. I'm a taller guy. I'll weigh Ben by at least 2 pounds, I think. You know.
We're live, man.
No. That is just comedian. So, but if Ben can close on me and he hits me back, and I don't see it coming, it's good night. So it's one of the core things he taught. It's not the first thing he taught, but it is not the first thing he taught. The first thing I learned from Jesse when Jim steps in. In Wing Chun Go, we have this drill, the high time, I'll punch. The high time style, low Wang style punch, right? Technique. So you hear he's punching, he's gonna punch. So it's Tan Sao, Wang Sao, Tan Sao. He went across Tan Sao. That's okay. Tan Sao. We'll just do Tan Sao and straight. So, and again, Wang Sao, Tan Sao. So these are all outer gate punches. If I were punching inner gate, Jim would be box out, straight punch. All right. Or he would be, and then he breaks out. But Jesse taught me. I was still doing outer gate punches because the Wing Chun Go at that time, Jim demonstrated inner gate punches, but he taught us a lot of outer gate punches, right? Because again, if we're here, if I'm intersecting the center line or intersecting his line, you see I'm affecting Jim's balance because I was punching from outer gate in, but I'm punching to the center line. I didn't forget your question about the punch, but the first thing Jesse taught me was to punch from the center of the chest. Because he said this punch was faster and you get more punches out per second. All right. I was already punching outer gate to inner gate, which is what I'm doing now. Outside, intersecting the center line. All right. So if I'm on the outside, I can't punch the center line because Jim has the center line. He occupies the center line. But I can redirect and take the center line. All right, which is what I just did. All right. Does that answer your question? If not, let me know. I'll try to clarify. So the first thing he showed me was this. My first lesson with Jesse. There's a video that Joby put on YouTube. Jesse in Chicago, 1977. That's the first seminar we brought him in for. I was already in contact with Jesse. I was studying with Herb April at the time. Herb April introduced this stuff to the Midwest, and he was corresponding with Jesse. I was corresponding with Jesse and started training with Herb after recovery from an injury. The videos out there that Joby put on the non-classical, my Facebook or YouTube rather page, where I talk about that and how I got involved in all this stuff. But hopefully that answers your question about the punch. You saw Gerald and I talking about the back fist. There's a couple ways we do the back fist. There's the big back fist, like with the big punch, where you're just torquing and you twist in. You don't stop. I'm not gonna hit you, but you don't stop at the target. You're trying to go through the target. All right. There's that big back fist, and again, we're leaping in with that. Get our body weight torquing and twisting into the big back fist, followed up with straight punching. And there's a pulsing back fist where you strike and snap back. So, hope that answers the question. And I just threw that little thing in there on the back. You may have seen us in the background. So, any other questions? Okay, well, I'm gonna do something now. I'm gonna demonstrate with Jim. From like sticking. Okay, let's do this first. So Jesse said there's When guys' arms are out, right? There's only 5 ways to get to this person, right?
You take a while.
You can go over the arm, under the arm, down the middle, or over the arm on the other side, or under the arm on the other side, right? But if you really look at that, and it's not, like I say, you break that down even simpler. It's not just drawing. Show you all the possibilities with the hand, right? So really, what it boils down to is either over, under, or down the center. That's it. And then you either break that either left or right. So you say, well, how the heck does sticking relate to fighting? Sticking is just an exercise, like I said, it's a chessboard. So if we're doing this, and if I say I want to load Jim's back fist up, right? I'm doing that. So that was one move. He didn't like that move, but he likes it. I don't like that move. Right. Okay. So I got a bad center line here. I violated his perimeter. Jim's still on my center line, right? So he could roll to back fist. But he did that. He dropped my arms, right? And then dropped out and boom. Okay? One more time. So what I do is you see how you turn, my weapons are turned away from you. He's got both arms strapped, right? He's got my arms crossed. And then he's probably forward pressure. So when someone's the same height as you, the pressure should be down and in. If they're taller than you, it should be up and in. Right. So you keep the person off balance. Stop. So here, you say, well, how does this work in a fight? We're not going to do this. We're not going to say, okay, like we're going to stick our arms out. Yeah, we're fighting now. That doesn't work on the street. So
But if I go to punch him, he pushes my arm across.
bang. That's what. Same thing. He throws a punch, I interrupt him, and he just keeps going. Bang. That's briefly, I don't want to get, I have this habit, my students will tell you, I give away a lot of stuff, and I'm not trying to keep things from anybody, but I go down these rabbit holes of information. And feel free to check us out here at Power Source. I'm here every Saturday from noon until we get out of there, or you get tired of hearing me talk about it, teach you this stuff, right? But I've been blessed to be able to learn from Jesse, learn from Ed Hart, learn from Jim DeMille, Herb April, and now Leroy Garcia, who's the last of Bruce's 10 original students in Seattle. A little bit of their background. These guys, people say, well, Bruce never fought anybody. Let me tell you something about those guys. They were all street fighters. They had street cred. These guys were doing things you don't want to know about, and I'm not going to talk about it. But they had all used this stuff. Jesse was a Pacific Northwest judo champion. Ed had boxed professionally, was a professional middleweight boxer. Jim DeMille was an Air Force boxing champion. And Leroy Garcia had done some things also. And all these guys, to a man, said they couldn't do a damn thing with Bruce. They were all in their 20s when they met Bruce. Bruce was a 19-year-old, as Jim says, no disrespect, but 19-year-old punk kid. But they could handle all of them. Bruce was Jesse's like 5'7", and Ed was like over 6 feet. They were in a doorway. I'll give you the way Ed described it when Jesse introduced Bruce to Ed, and he said, "Okay, I want you to try and punch Bruce with anything." And Ed said, "Anything? Yeah." So they were in, a doorway, and Bruce had his hands by his side. And he told Ed, "Throw any kind of punch you want." And Ed said he threw a punch, and his arms were trapped. And Bruce had him pinned up against the door frame, and a phoenix eye fist, a peacock fist, aimed at his throat. And that was his introduction. And Ed could throw punches without a telegraph. That's insane. That's insane. But he could do it. I've seen him do it, in teaching. And like I said, all these guys were street fighters. They knew how to take care of their space, as Serb used to say. They knew how to fight. But to a man, all of them said they couldn't do a damn thing with Bruce. And they were not. This is not a situation where they were, in class. The class was just a bunch of guys hanging out, working out together. Bruce had something he wanted to share with them and learn from them, and they had things that they wanted to learn from Bruce and share with him. So it was just 10 guys hanging out, and okay. So I think that's about it for today. I don't know how long we went, Joe. What time is it?
It's 1 o'clock.
Wow! I guess that internal clock does work.
It does.
So yeah, I'm here from, like I said, from 12 o'clock to 1, maybe a little longer. I mean, Joey's been here. I actually go longer. But like I said, if you guys have any questions, anybody on this deal has any questions, let people know we're here. Power Source Martial Arts Academy, Power Source Academy. We're in Homewood. You can look us up. And like I teach on Saturdays. They teach judo and Brazilian jiu-jitsu here, among other things. But I've been here since I started teaching in this dojo since Jesse passed. But I've been practicing this since Carter was in office. Right? So I've been doing this for a number of years, and I like it, and I'm going to continue to do it. So again, like I said, if you guys have any questions or anything, feel free to put them in the chat or whatever, and I'll do my best to answer. Any questions about the 3 systems? Any questions about Herb April? Good. Oh, let me just give you a little background. I don't know how much I put on there about Herb April, but Herb April is the guy who introduced. He's deceased now, but Herb April is the guy who brought this stuff to the Midwest. Nobody was teaching this stuff openly in the Midwest prior to Herb April. He did a lot of research and study and traveled around, met people. I was introduced to the basics of Filipino martial arts, Eskrima, as Herb called it. I know the difference in 3 main names, Kali, Arnis, and Eskrima, but Herb called it Eskrima, and he was introduced to that from Richard Bustillo, and he was lucky enough to also meet and train for a brief period with John LaCosta. So Herb's ideas on the Filipino martial arts were that basically all systems have 12 angles of attack, and usually the first 5 angles, 1 through 5, are the same in most systems. And Herb said that if you can block the first 5, you can defend against the next 7 because they're usually just reverses of the first 5. All right. So I know 5 and 7 are 2 different numbers, but he was right. I won't go into that, but like I said, that's something else that I explore, and I have other friends who teach different martial arts. And it's another thing that I like and share with people real quickly, just to show you where some of this stuff crosses. Okay, now, I'm not a Serrata guy, but in Serrata they have a thing they call a lock and block, right? In Wing Chun Do, I was looking at this and I was talking with Edward Garcia, a friend of mine. We do this in Wing Chun Do. Let's say we block here. I came with a back fist or a safe punch and Jim stopped my hand here, right? Like he did before. I come in, I can drop. I'm just doing a demo. I drop down and in, being here. So before with the Serrata, we did this lock and block thing. In Wing Chun Do, every wing style is not like in Wing Chun when it's just circling hand. Wing Chun Do, it's a body trapping technique. It drops down. Now here, this is the symbol. This is where it comes in. Pivot. Boom. So this is with Serrata, and in Wing Chun Do, we're here, right? So we're here. Boom. I stop. You see what happens to the balance. This is the lock, right? If we're still and here. and then we follow up with the rest of it. And then this is the other thing that Herb introduced that, she never told me whether it came from the Filipino martial arts or something he got from the gym or whatever, but what we were doing, and he called foot trapping, where he just step on the foot, the lead foot or the rear foot. As I'm crashing in and taking the person's balance, he can't stand up or he's going to have a pretty bad injury if he falls and I'm standing on his foot. He can't step away, so he can risk injuring his ankle, knee, and foot in that fall. So in addition, I'm attacking his upper body and the upper perimeter with that. So that's, again, I went down a rabbit hole and started teaching other stuff that goes along with this stuff. So, all right. So if you guys want to watch for a little while, that's cool. If not, and you think we're good, then I'll see you same bat time, same bat channel next week.
Yeah, next week.
Okay.
So we'll be on next week, same time from 12 to 1. And
fine,
this
yeah.
is Mike Lee's training. Okay. Thank you, everyone.
Thanks, everybody.